Christy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a haul video with you guys. I recently placed an order at Sweet November Stamps and it just arrived yesterday. So I am super excited to start transferring these into new packaging and then start using them. And I wanted to share what I got with you guys before I do that. So I have used Sweet November stamps a few times on my channel, but just in case you're new to them, they are a smaller stamp company that is owned and run by my friend Amy Young, who is an incredible illustrator and colorist. In fact, yesterday morning, I happened to be watching a reel from her on Instagram where she was coloring this gorgeous fairy scene with a field of tulips, and then lo and behold, when I got home and opened up my order, the very same card was included. I mean, just look at that. The only images that are on this card that are stamps are this tulip up front, the bee, and the fairy. Everything else is hand drawn. And it is just stunning. I'm telling you, I was mesmerized watching that reel on Instagram, and the card is even more beautiful in person. How she does the hair, how she does all the little sparkly bits, and especially how she freehanded that field of tulips. I just admire her so much. I've learned so much from watching her videos, especially about backgrounds, although I'm nowhere near on the level that she is, but I still hope someday to get there. But yeah, so thank you so much if she happens to be watching this. Thank you so much, Amy, for sending me this card. I am definitely going to give this a place of honor in my craft room. So beautiful. I can't wait to hang this up, and I love the spring vibes. I'm staring out my window at a field of snow right now, and so this card is just giving me life right now. All right, I'm going to set everything off to the side, and we're going to go through everything that I picked up one by one. So the first thing that I got was this adorable little mini stamp set. This is called April Daisy Fairy. She has a whole series of these little fairies. There are 12 of them, I believe, because there's one for each month of the year. I fell in love with the daisy, and since, you know, I am just like trying to manifest spring right now, I just thought that this one would be so gorgeous. I love the little detail on her top, all of the little petals for her dress and the petal for her hat, her gorgeous curly hair and those big eyes. I just think she is going to be so much fun to color. I cannot wait to play with her, and I may have to pick up some more of these fairies later on, but I wanted to just start with one to kind of, it's been a while since I've colored people, so I just kind of want to get back in the hang of coloring people. So yeah, I had to grab her. The next set that I got is called Rainy Day Fairies. So Amy has these little creatures. They're like little like toddler kind of fairies, and I love them. I will say she is an incredible illustrator. She's got so many different styles, but her fairies are my favorites. I just love how sweet and cute they are. I adore this one here with the curly hair. She kind of reminds me of myself with that curly hair. Again, under the daisy. I just love that one. And I really love these two little girls under the mushroom. We've got this sweet little fairy under a big leaf, and then we've got a frog and a snail. There's a puddle and a worm and some really great sentiments. We've got 4 sentiments here. Oh, there's 2 worms. Again, we're about to head into spring, even though it does not look like that here at all. But I am so ready for spring card making. So I am very excited to play with this one. I also love the rain, and so this one was just right up my alley. Yeah, very excited to play with that. I love all her details. She's just so talented. Gorgeous. Okay. The next one I got, I could not resist. This one is called Cough Wheeze. So these are her fair wheeze in like a coffee situations here. This one is probably my favorite. Again, we've got the gorgeous curly hair on this one. I love this little girl's updo. So cute. And they're having coffee on a mushroom because of course they're fairies. Just love them so much. And then there's two more sitting on a log that has all of these mushrooms on it, and then they're holding to-go coffee cups. And then this one right here, she's drinking a cup of coffee, but can you see that tiny little hedgehog sitting in the other coffee cup? I just love the details. And then we've got all of these mushrooms. So fun. And then this gorgeous little girl has braids. Those are going to be so much fun to color. And then again, we've got 4 great sentiments. I'm in love with this one. I could not resist. I think it's going to be so much fun to really just take my time and color and enjoy all of the little details. So much fun. All right, then I got one of the big sets. I could not resist this one either because this is a birthday stamp set. Farewell Happy Birthday. And you guys know I make lots of birthday cards because I do sell my cards at work, and the most popular card that I sell is a birthday card. So I need them for myself to send out to my own friends and family, but I also sell a lot of birthday cards. So I always need birthday cards, always need new, fresh inspiration with stamp sets. So again, we've got these gorgeous fairways with their beautiful little wings, and several of them are holding candles. This one is throwing confetti. This one is blowing one of those, what are they called? I want to say air horn, but I don't think that's right. Whatever, you know what I mean. And then this one's holding some balloons. We've got some extra little accessories here, like a stack of presents. I love accessory images. I love it when people include accessory images in their stamp sets because it just helps you build out the scene and make it more well-rounded and just, you know, fill in more details, tells more of a story. So I love that we have those. We've got this beautiful little table with the leaves on the side, so it looks like a little fairy setting, and then a gorgeous cake with all kinds of little fruits and details all over it. And then we've got another balloon and a tiny little bow on this little pennant banner. And we have 3 sentiments on this one in a really pretty scripty font. I don't know. I think this one might be my favorite on this one. I just really love, I don't know what it is, maybe because I have curly hair, and you don't see curly haired girls represented that often in stamp sets. I think people maybe find them more tricky to color, and so, or maybe more tricky to draw. I don't know what it is, but typically when you see people, they usually have straight hair or braids or something like that, and I love those too, but I just feel a little bit more represented being a naturally curly girl when I see, you know, images that have curly hair as well. So I really, really love her sweet expression. I also really love this little girl throwing the confetti. This girl, I love her hairdo as well. They're all so cute. They're all super cute. I can't wait to play with this one as well. I'm sure I'll get a lot of use out of that one. And then I have 2 stamp sets that are background themed, and Amy does really great backgrounds. So this one is the Horizon Lines Spring. So we've got some bushes and trees. I'm not sure if this is meant to be a really big bush or clouds. I think you could probably color it either way. And then there's also this version here that does not have that. So if you just want something that's a little bit more simple, you've got that. You also have an extra tree that you can stamp around here and there and kind of fill in a background, and a couple little clusters of birds. I think these are going to be great for like just filling in the scenery of the stamp sets that I picked up. So I can imagine putting like the coffee fairies in front of this. I could see the rainy day fairies having this in the background. Even the birthday girls could be having an outdoor scene. So I just thought this was a great one. It's pretty universal. I think it would work for a lot of different scenes. And then the last one that I picked up is similar, but it is a lot more detailed. And this is the Horizon Lines Wildflower Meadow. So we've got this incredible background right here with a kind of like a river coming through and little patches of wildflowers. We've got some trees in the distance, and then we've also got some flower clusters coming in from the sides. There's different grass clusters. We've got another flower cluster right here. We have some little butterflies, and there's a bunch of little butterflies here and there. I think these are grasshopper. This is a grasshopper, and I think this is a bee. It'll be easier to tell once they're stamped out, because right now they're like on top of the image as well, the image that's printed on the plastic. But I'm pretty sure that's a bee. And then we also have another little sentiment here. May your fields always be filled with wildflowers and your heart with love. I think that's so sweet and would work with a lot of the different stamp sets that I got. So especially like the Daisy Fairy one, the first one that I showed you. I think that would be great with her as well, since she didn't come with a sentiment. So yeah, I think this is going to be so much fun to color. I really miss coloring backgrounds. It's been a while since I've got to do a more detailed background, and I just miss it because I felt like I was just starting to learn how to do it. And you know, the more you practice, the better you get, and I just really want to build my skill set with backgrounds. So I went ahead and grabbed those two. I thought those were going to be great for one that's a bit more simple, and then one that has a lot more detail to it. And then that's everything. So that was my haul with Sweet November stamps. Please let me know down in the comments which set was your favorite or which one you were most intrigued by, and maybe I'll use that sooner rather than later, although I definitely plan on using all of these in the very near future. Like I said, it is totally winter here, but it is not going to be winter any longer in this craft room. I am so over it and ready to move on to spring content. So yeah, let me know what you guys are interested in seeing. I also did recently place an order for some pattern paper pads. It's just a small order. One of the paper pads is not ready to be shipped yet, so they are holding that order, so it will be coming a little bit later this month, most likely. If you're interested in seeing me share that, or maybe even do a breakdown of the different pattern paper pads, how I might mix and match them, why I picked them up, you know, different pattern mixing, let me know. I've done some of those videos in the past and you guys have seemed to enjoy them, so if you're interested in that, again, let me know. And I'm also thinking of doing a video where I take one of those pads and make as many cards as I possibly can from it. Let me know if that sounds like something you might be interested in, although I will do it a little bit differently than videos that I've seen like that in the past. Usually when I've seen people do like as many cards as they can from one paper pad, they're doing it all in one video, but they don't really concentrate very much on coloring. Usually they're using like stickers or pre-made ephemera or stuff like that, so they can really concentrate on the card making and the pattern paper mixing on the cards. Since I pretty much color on all of my cards, that would obviously take much more time and it would be way too long of a video. But what I was thinking I could do was maybe like prep 8, you know, focal panels or 6 focal panels, whatever, and, you know, do a video where I make all of those into cards using the same paper pad, and then, you know, maybe do like another round, like a part 2 and a part 3, a part 4, however many it takes until I use up that pattern paper pad. And then maybe do like a final recap video at the end where I just share all of the cards that I made with that one paper pad. I don't know if that sounds like too much for you guys or not, so let me know down in the comments if you think that might be interesting. yeah, I'm just trying to do some different videos this year, so if you have any other ideas for me, let me know. I also just recently did my Q&A video. If you're watching this one, it would have been the video before this. Actually just the part 1, and then the part 2 will be the video after this. So last Friday was part 1, and this Friday will be part 2. That video ended up being so long. Like, I seriously almost had a breakdown. Actually, I did. I actually shed a few tears at the end of that video because I thought, this is a disaster. Absolutely nobody is going to be interested in watching this. And maybe nobody will, because as of I'm filming this, nobody has watched it yet because it isn't live yet. But yeah, I just had a bit of a panic. I had a bit of a cry, and then just decided to break the video into 2 pieces. So it's like 2 45-minute videos, which is insane. We'll see if any of you guys are interested in watching that or not. But it is what it is. It's done now, and since I am leaving on vacation very shortly, I don't have any days left that I can refilm videos for those days. So I'm just gonna let it be, and hopefully you guys are interested in hearing more about me and my process and my thoughts on design teams and all kinds of stuff, because I answered all of the questions that you guys asked me. So yeah. All right, I have chatted long enough, and I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here, for spending your time with me. I am always so grateful to each and every one of you for giving me your time and attention. It means the world, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.